Yeah, how was shy about to go kill manga. Precepts busting like a chopper. The way he got cut up, he gon' need
Bible believer.
Oh, you believe in the Bible? Oh, you do? Huh?
Know who her father is.
You don't know who your father is?
I mean, I knew who my father was, but I don't know his father. He was asking me,
What happened?
I knew who my father was. He was asking where he was from.
Yeah, well, what was his ethnic background?
Honestly, I don't know. I know my mother was full-blooded Cherokee Indian.
Your who?
My mother.
Okay, your mother. But this, we ask you who's your father, right? Because that's very important in the Bible. Because you say you believe in the Bible, right? So you must believe that everybody that's walking on earth today descends from people in the Bible, right? Right? If you believe that this is the true word of God and this is the history of the world, you got to understand that everybody that walks here on the face of the earth today descend from certain people in the Bible. Right? We ask you who's your father is because it's something very important, right? Why is it important? Give me numbers 1 and 18. This is how lineage worked in the ancient days, right? Read.
Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
So you're descended from your father. So whatever your father's nation, that's who you are, right? So you say you believe in the Bible, right? You must believe that salvation is for everyone then, right? What if the Bible? What if we prove to you today that salvation is not for everyone? That it's only to say that salvation is only for one group of people, and which is for for God's chosen people. You know God got the chosen people, right? Do you know who God's chosen people are? Not the Jews, not just the Jews, the children of Israel. Because the Jews are pretty much just from one tribe, either from Judah or from the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right? But watch this. We've been taught a lie about these certain group that have been calling themselves Jews but are not. Christ speaks about it in Revelation. It says that they are the synagogue of Satan, right? They descend from certain people. What's your last name? What is it? Franklin. That's your father's last name, right? Franklin is British. You know, you understand that, right? Yeah, Franklin is British. So do you know who the European descends from in the Bible? They descend from a nation of people called Edom, the Edomites. Go to Malachi. Let's let the Bible speak.
Malachi chapter 1 and verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
So he spoke to the children of Israel and says, I had loved you. But then the children of Israel responded, when have you loved us? Right? Read.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
Wasn't Esau's Jacob's brother?
Saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
So he out of these two people, he said, I love Jacob, which is the father of the Israelites, right? Because you know Jacob got his name changed to Israel, right? So the descendants of Jacob are the Israelites. He said, but I love Jacob, but I hated Esau, his brother. Read.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
So he laid his mountains, right, his place of dwelling, and his heritage to waste. That's how much he hated this man. But he, not just that man. Read.
Whereas Edom saith,
now we're talking about his descendants. Edom, read.
We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
He said, Edom says, don't be impoverished. We're gonna, because he said, because the God of the Israelites destroyed our mountains, destroyed our heritage. When we gonna go back and rebuild them? This is the pride of the Europeans, right? They think that they can outsmart God, right? She says, don't, God destroyed our inheritance. Don't you destroyed our mountains. We're gonna go back and rebuild our kingdom. Read.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts,
Thus says the Lord God, the Most High, the Creator of everything seen and unseen. Read.
they shall build, but I will throw down.
He said, because the European, the Edomites said, we're going to rebuild our desolate places. He says, though they build, I will throw down. Read.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
So the descendants of the Edomites, which are the modern day European, man, they're the border of wickedness. Don't you believe that the European did nothing but wickedness in the earth? Let's look at recent history. Colonization, slavery, right? Everywhere that they set their soul on whatever shores they landed on, nothing but blood followed them. Correct? Right? So my question is, don't you believe that the European did nothing but wickedness on earth? Okay, they're the border of wickedness. Now let's see what God feels about it. Read.
And the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever.
So he did not only hate Esau, the father of the Edomites, right, which is the progenitor of the white man today. He has an indignation, which is a perpetual hatred for his descendants, right? So he hates these people, right? Go to Romans 9. Because the Christian church has taught us, well, that's in the Old Testament. Let's see what the beloved Paul says.
Bring it up.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil.
So God chose it that way before they were born, before those twins were born, before they done any good or evil. That was by his design. Read.
That the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written.
As it was written in Malachi, read.
Jacob have I loved.
Jacob has he loved, the progenitor of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans here in Americas, right? Who are the God's chosen people. Read.
But Esau have I hated.
Your progenitor and his descendants, God has hated. And he will continue to hate, right? Because he says he will have forever indignation against his people, against those people, man. Right? Do you think that's justice? Do you think that's a just God? Do you believe in justice? Do you really believe in justice? What is justice to you? What right is right and what's wrong is wrong, right? But what people do, what they do wrong, right? Something has to give. Something has to be done to those people back, right? That's what justice is, right? So go to Revelation 13 and 10.
Your religion, you believe in the Bible. You King James, is that what you read?
We read the Bible, right? You know, I mean, the Bible's the Bible. Because the King James, it being the NIV or being all these, they're just translations of the Hebrew and the Greek.
If you read the Hebrew version,
Absolutely.
I'm just saying if you do, there's a huge difference in King James the way it was originally.
What's the
wrote.
differences? Give me the differences.
The different, well, King James left out a lot of books for starters.
No, he
left out
didn't.
11 books.
No, he didn't. He has the original King James 1611 got all 80 books in here.
He left out books.
No, he didn't. He had all 80 books in here. The Protestants is the ones that took out those books.
And he put in, and the Catholics wrote that. They changed it up a lot. You've read.
So give me the differences of the Hebrew. You just said that there was differences for the Hebrew and the King James. I'm asking you, give me the
He
differences.
left out books.
Which ones? Tell me.
I don't have them on me right this moment. I can't call them off the top of my head.
You got a phone?
I do.
Look it up. I want to know these books that King James left out. I'm gonna just tell you he did it. We got the King James book right here. The 1611. Got 80 books.
You left out books. Go.
Okay, well listen.
I would like to
Listen.
leave you my number and you call me.
No. We're not here every weekend. But listen, we're gonna leave you with this, man. For what your ancestors have done to our ancestors, you're gonna go into slavery for your ancestors have sent us into slavery. That's in the Bible. We can read that for you right now. Revelation 13 and 10.
There's no hope.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity
Your ancestors have led us into captivity, correct? Read.
shall go into captivity.
They shall go into captivity. Read.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
The saints are patiently waiting for that. We have faith in the Most High God because we understand that He's a God of justice.
Right.
Right?
Am I just gonna kill myself?
We're not telling you to do that. We're not telling you to go kill yourself. But
You make me feel that.
but watch this. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what.
Something from my past, my history.
Absolutely.
Nothing to do with it.
I'll leave you off with this. Give me Lamentations 1:21.
Not none.
Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, because you are an Edomite. You're a daughter of Edom. Read.
Right. That dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
The cup of indignation, the cup of punishment shall be passed unto you. Because we're the ones that we weren't supposed to drink that cup, but we did. So that same cup that you guys have made us drink, you're going to drink too. Which is the judgment of God. Which is the indignation of God. Which is slavery. Right? That's what you got. That's what you got coming. So we're not telling you to go kill yourself. If you do, that's your decision. Actually, that's the Most High's will, right? We're telling you to go rejoice, daughter of Edom, because this is your kingdom, man. This is your kingdom that your ancestors have built, right? On the back of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans for the last 400 years, man.
Saying that to me like it's my fault.
What?
You're saying that like it's my fault.
Well, you're benefiting from this. You're benefiting from what your ancestors have done. You might say, oh, how am I benefiting? I might be poor or whatever. We're not talking about riches. One of the benefits that you're that you're reaping off there is walking on stolen land.
Right.
You know this is stolen land, right? Your mother's Cherokee. This is your mother's land. We just told you that you are your father.
I got hurt
You descend from your father.
I've got enough Cherokee Indian in me that they give me damn land. They pay for me to go to college.
But look.
Is that hard for you to believe?
No, I mean that's not hard for to believe. Because guess what? You ever heard of the Dawes Act? You ever heard of the Dawes Act? In 1800s, they passed an act and said it. They said that if you can so-called prove that you're Cherokee or Native American, we got all this land for you, unceded land that you can have. So guess what? A lot of white people want to go register, pay $5 to go register as Native American. Most of them registered as Cherokee. I'm not saying that your mom's not Cherokee because I don't know that, right? But that's why mostly white people that say that they're Native American, they say that they're Cherokee, man.
My great grandparents walked the frontier.
What clan? What clan? You know.
They were Cherokee Indians.
Okay, we're talking about a nation of the Native Americans, Cherokee. Do you know what clan? Do you know what? Do you know what
I
band?
got the key number that I had to sit and search and find. It took me forever, but I
But look,
found it.
listen. According to the Bible, which the Bible that you say you believe in, it's of who your father is, right? Yes, our Native American brothers, they have this matriarchal system, man. We understand that.
My dad was a good
We understand that, huh?
My dad was a good man.
Your dad is a good
He
man.
was a good man.
He was a good man.
He fought for this country.
This country
Yes.
that killed our brothers, our Native American brothers and sisters, that enslaved our black brothers? Huh?
Have you ever
This goddamn nation?
Have you ever-
Goddamn America, man.
Right.
Everything that has done to my people, man. Huh?
Why are you
Why are you here? Why don't you pack up and go back to the goddamn caves in goddamn Europe, man? Huh? You tell our people to leave this nation? This land that you're walking on belongs to the Native Americans and the Mexicans, man. How do you think California was stolen from Mexico?
belongs to me?
Huh? The same nation that your father fought for. That so-called good white man. I've never met a white good man, man. Never.
You got too much hate.
Too much hate? Why do you think I hate? For what your ancestors has done to me, man.
Right.
What has done to my fathers. Huh? Huh?
It's not my fault.
Okay. Isaiah 14, what are you bringing up?
How's that my fault?
Yeah.
It's a damn history, man. I'm not asking you to love me or love my father, but respect.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
I believe in the word of God. The word of God says, prepare slaughters for their children for the iniquity of their fathers. For what your ancestors has done, man. I don't hate you for your color of your skin. I hate you for the actions of your ancestors, man. How stupid is that for people to just hate each other for the color of their skin? We hate your people for what the actions of your ancestors, man.
History.
Is that not righteous?
History?
History.
That's all it is. It's history.
Of course. Isn't that affecting us today?
We're spoiled.
Isn't that affecting us today, man? Oh, it's not?
I don't know. How is it affecting?
Of course not. Of course you would say that. Of course you would say that. Because your people are not getting gunned down on the streets, man. Your children are not getting taken from you in the borders. Your children are not getting taken off reservation and given to white families, man. I still haven't met a white good man. Do you feel any remorse in your heart for what your ancestors?
I bet you
Do you
have.
feel any remorse in your heart for what your ancestors has done to us?
Absolutely.
Do you?
I don't like hate.
Okay, cool. You believe in the Bible, right? You say you believe in the Bible. There's an action in the Bible that you can prove that. Are you willing to do that?
Am I willing to do what?
There's an action in the Bible to show any remorse in your heart for what your ancestor has done to us, man. Are you willing to do that?
Sure.
Okay. Do that.
Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers.
Do you know what happened in slavery, right? They had our women raising raising white babies, and they still don't do that today. Most nannies are Hispanic and Jamaican, right? Read.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to bow down to the children of the oppressed with your face to the earth? Are you willing to do that?
My face is the earth.
Are you willing to bow down with your face to the earth?
Show my sympathy for what
What your ancestors has done? Yes.
yeah, I can do that.
Okay. What's stopping you? Just read from the top.
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth,
And do what?
I just did.
and lick up the dust of thy feet.
Are you willing to do that?
No, I'm not going to look at that.
Of course. We're not talking about the ground. We're talking about the to lick up and kiss up the boots of the.
You don't have anything to say for what I just did. Or you can
No,
just
because
say
you didn't
it's
finish.
not-
Yeah,
it's
you
not-
didn't. You didn't do what was prescribed in the Bible.
I'm not gonna do that.
We're not telling you to lick the ground. We said kiss the boots of the oppressed.
Kiss your boots.
Kiss the boots of the oppressed. Of course not. Your pride was going to stop you. Right? That was prophesied in the Bible of your people. The pride of Edom, man.
No, that was meeting you halfway.
No, man. We don't deserve any meeting halfway, man.
Crazy.
What do you deserve?
Did you say your ancestors watch the Trail of Tears?
Yeah.
What would your ancestors say to that?
Her mom's ancestors.
Yeah, her mom's ancestors.
My
Supposedly.
mother's blood.
So your father killed your mother's ancestors. That's crazy.
That's pretty much how it always happened, man.
It's crazy that y'all think that's better to do. You can't sit around and think up hate and shit that's history and in the past, and you can't go further into the future and use your intelligence.
How are we going to do that, though? How are we going to do that, though? See, I asked you if you believed in justice, right? Right? You know what the Native Americans practiced? You know what the Native Americans practiced? They used to practice what's called restorative justice, right?
That's right.
Restorative justice is that you restore anything that you have done, and then you can move forward, right?
Right.
To rebuild,
You won't never do
right? But see, the thing about that is, you can't restore all the dead blacks and Native Americans and Hispanics, man.
Right.
that.
You
It's
can't.
history.
You can't, right? But we asked you to do one little action, and your pride in your heart stopped you, man.
Right.
I
Right?
met you halfway. I'm not looking at you.
It's fine. It's fine. You're gonna do it regardless, man.
Right.
You're gonna do it regardless when Christ comes
There's
back,
only
man.
right?
Right?
One feet that I will bow
That's
down
fine.
to, and that's Christ. God Almighty.
Absolutely, absolutely. All knees shall bend to him, man. All knees shall bend to him.
That right there,
But
if you
guess
believe
what?
in the Bible, you wouldn't be asking for
Ones are gonna bend as servants, and the other ones are gonna bend as slaves, man. Right? That's the thing. That's the beauty about it, man. Our King and Savior, man, is worthy for that, man. He is worthy to have all knees bent to him, man. But the thing about you and our people are gonna bend the knee to him as servants, man. Right? You're gonna bend your knee as slaves, man. As
And
slaves.
if you know the Bible, you know that. You're not even supposed to be out here judging people. That's what you're doing.
What is judging?
You don't know
What is judging?
what you're doing
What is
right
judging?
now.
Judging, dude. This is the thing. Our people and all the whole world don't know what judging is. Right? Judging is you bringing you into the tribe, into our tribunal, and killing you, man. That's what judgment is. That's what judging is, man. Right?
First Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 15. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things.
Him that's spiritual judges all things. Read.
Yet he himself is judged of no man.
So he is that is spiritual judges of all things.
Is this as big as your congregation is?
What?
Your congregation?
It don't matter. It don't matter. Why would we give up our numbers to an enemy of God, man?
Right.
Why would we give up our numbers? Why would we give our intel to our enemies, man? Right? We did that for the last 400 years, man. Right? We trusted your people, man, for the last 300, 400 years. Throughout the whole expansion to the west, we try to give our hand to you, man. And look how your ancestors played us, man. Huh?
What if I was a Muslim?
It don't matter your religion. It matters your lineage. It matters your lineage of your people, man. It don't matter if you're Buddhist, atheist, if you're Scientology. I don't give a goddamn, man.
Right.
It's the lineage of your people.
Right. That's right.
You told me that your father's last name was, what was it? Franklin. That's a British last name. That's a British last name. Might be related to that old decrepit devil Benjamin Franklin, man. Right?
They look alike.
They look goddamn like.
Oh, man.
Well, this has been very entertaining, so
That's fine.
I'll leave y'all for y'all.
We're gonna see entertainment. We're gonna see entertainment soon, man.
That's right.
Right? We're gonna see entertainment soon when the man who the world calls Christ, man, returns. You will bend the knee, but you won't bend the knee as a slave.
Right.
Best believe that.
That's right.
Come, y'all,